really happy that you're all here to join us tonight for this inaugural United by Song event. The United Way of PEI and Music PEI have partnered to deliver this special evening of songs and stories. Tonight, we're creating a stage where our local community and culture are coming together to shine a light on authentic and inspiring stories. We're also here to thank all the supporters of the United Way and to connect you to the very personal and profound impact of that support. PEI is known as a place where we all look after one another, but the reality is often more complicated. The United Way of PEI works closely with local partners and invests in local programs so islanders can connect to services in their own communities when and where they need them, and to ensure that no one is left behind. Tonight, you're going to hear from 4 individuals who have benefited from these partnerships and this support. They're very personal stories, and we sincerely thank them for sharing. Each of these brave and inspiring islanders were paired with one of the talented local songwriters joining us this evening. And so over the past month, they've met, shared stories, and learned from one another. So tonight, you're going to witness the result of this partnership, of this connection, and the songs that they've inspired. It's a really beautiful thing. I'd like to introduce you to Katie. Katie has been participating in the Native Council of PEI's Family, Health, and Wellness program, funded by the United Way. And creating strong and healthy families is the ultimate outcome of this comprehensive health and wellness program based on the Indigenous Medicine Wheel. Katie has been paired with Kelly Mooney, and Kelly, as many of you know, is a PEI award-winning singer-songwriter with over 14 million views collectively on YouTube and GodTube, as well as placement on 3 Billboard charts. Kelly's music has been heard everywhere from a remote mountaintop in Peru to Australia, throughout North America to the UK and even Africa. Gifted with a beautiful voice, Kelly is a great interpreter of others' music and a passionate songwriter herself with 3 albums to her credit. Please welcome Katie and Kelly.
Kwe, Uchalasi, Delawisi, Katie. Hello, welcome, and my name is Katie. Thank you to everyone for being present for me to share this story. And what comes along with it is not all a happy story. But for me to share this story with everyone and to drop the shame and the secrecy that comes with the life of alcoholism, I've been able to heal. The more I speak about it, the easier it gets. And the more I connect with people who share similar stories with me, the connections and the community that I find really, really contribute to all the good things that have turned my life around. Programs like that I've attended at the Native Council and even with United Way, like this day, and the people that I've met today have become a big influence to my story. I hope that people that can relate to my story and are feeling their own personal injustices find a way to have their own healing. It's hard for me to really put this into words, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. And I learned to really think about your words and to speak from your heart. So I have this as a guideline, and I've gone through a big stack of paper, and I was never happy with my words, so I hope to speak from my heart tonight. When I first walked into the Native Council, I was freshly sober, and I was stubborn enough that I did it on my own. I never went to an AA meeting. I hid it all from everybody, and I felt great shame about it. But when I went into the Native Council, and I felt the community and the connection, and I knew that I was among family and I was in a safe place, my walls began to break down, and I found a sense of identity. I was born to young parents, and I was adopted when I was a baby. So I never grew up in a house where Native culture was practiced, and I never knew anything about that side of myself. I grew up knowing who my parents were and that I was adopted, and I had younger siblings. And that was a huge gift for me. And especially now that I'm a mother myself, I know how important that connection to family is. I wasn't really sure where I fit into the world until recently. And I felt a huge disconnect from myself and from everybody. And I used that as a way, I used alcohol as a way to not feel those feelings. It clouded my mind and separated me from my spirit, and I didn't have to feel the pain that I carried with me, and I wasn't even sure what the pain was. I was comfortable in social situations that I was not before. I was able to laugh and have fun, but if I got a little crazy, I had an excuse. I could justify all the bad things that I did or decisions that I made through the alcohol. I pushed it too far, and it grew into a problem before I even realized that it was. Alcohol was always a familiar face to me, and it always was a companion to push away those bad feelings. When I became a mother, I thought that my life had turned around and that I didn't have to have alcohol anymore. I could focus on being a mother and I could be happy. I still was not drinking, but I pushed all those feelings aside that I always had, and I never healed from that. So when I went through a separation, when my children were with their father, I would deal with the loneliness by drinking. I was on a path of self-destruction and denial, and I could not see all of the good things that was in front of me. When I first went into the Native Council, the first program that I was invited to was drum group. And music has always been something that very much speaks to me. And learning in the drum group that the beat of the drum symbolizes the beat of your mother's heart from the womb, it really symbolized a rebirth for me. When I began to focus on my culture and to learn more, I felt the pull, and more programs were offered to me. 2 of these being Community Kitchen and the Wellness Program. Community Kitchen was where we gathered once a week, and youth and elders shared time together. There was a hot meal in a safe place. Everybody laughed, and the laughter was medicine. I learned through the Wellness Program the teachings of the medicine wheel. And that was something that brought balance to my life. The medicine wheel is represented in a complete circle with 4 equal sections: the physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional aspects. And every action and event that happens in our lives can contribute to either a balanced or unbalanced life. I realized through this that I was living a very unbalanced life. To honor the Creator and Mother Nature allowed me to become a spiritual person and for the balance of my life to be restored. When I brought spirituality into my life and found a connection with the Creator and Mother Earth, I was able to branch out where my life was lacking and repair all of the cracks that had taken over with drinking. It's hard for me to stand up here and speak in front of everybody, and I have to take these pauses to collect myself. I'm shaking like a ball of nerves, but to share this, it's it's a very powerful thing. And if I reach somebody within this audience tonight, I really, really hope that I do, and it will all be worth it for my 5 minutes of fear and bumbling in front of everybody. To meet Kelly and to write this song really is a defining moment in my life. And this night, I didn't think that it was possible for me to get up and speak in front of everybody like this and not be a complete wreck. And I'm really, really thankful. And my story is just beginning, and it's going to continue for the rest of my life. But now that I have the know-how and the strength, I know that there's warrior blood in my spirit. I have connection with my family and my community, and I have a sense of identity and love in my heart, and I will not return to alcohol. Thank you. Wallalin.
When Katie and I first met in the bandstand at Victoria Park, I didn't know what to expect. And we decided to pretty much cut the crap right away and dug right into the dirt. And one of the first things I said to her was, I just got a tattoo, because she's got some pretty cool ones. And I said, I just got this tattoo. I'm awful proud of it. There it is there. I didn't cry. I'm going to be 51 and I didn't cry. It's the AA symbol on there, because I've got 15 years in. And when I told Katie that, and she said, oh my God, I'm going to be the one, the ball. She said that she had 7 months in, and it just, I feel like I've met a cousin, a family member here. She's like my new inspiration. One of the strongest people I've ever met, and she's just a kid. This has been an eye-opener for me, and I feel incredibly honored and blessed to have met her and worked with her, and to come up with something that is just as much fed me as I hope as it's fed her. So this is Walking the Red Road for Katie.
Let me do that. I'm a lost soul, twisted in the wind like a broken feather. I'm a lost soul, drowning out the noise with a liquid bullet. I'm a lost soul. As long as I don't feel a thing that makes me feel like I'm a lost soul. Something's gotta change. Pressure's building, help my children stop the cycle. I just gotta change. I'm ready, finally willing to accept the help I'm given, wanna change. Feel the spirit rising from inside me now. I know that I can change. Now I can dance into the light. With a united front, I'll fight. I beat the devil down, point him in the ground. Let this eagle take her flight. Let this eagle take her flight. I've got a second chance to let my roots take hold and ground me either way. Now it ain't easy changing everything about myself. This ain't no game. I'm a blade against a piece of leather, sharpen my sights on a brand new day. I see him now, my vision's clear, but I still have doubt, I still have fear. feel the drums beat in my soul. I beat the devil down, put him in the ground. Now I'm walking the red road. Now I'm walking the red road. Come on. Feel the drums